Hi, my name is Emily from Salatiga House Church. After having been baptized, I found myself slacking off connecting with God. I became a Christian in name only. Although I didn't mean to, I think I subconsciously thought of baptism as like an end goal or a task of becoming a Christian, and once I was baptized, my efforts decreased. If I had to compare my situation, it would be kind of like how in some games there would be a quest to complete, and leading up to the quest, you will work hard to complete it, but once it was done, you'll be playing the game in a carefree manner. And that's kind of what happened to me over time. And I noticed I didn't pray as much, didn't do my QTs, and over time I've stopped doing my thankful points as well as reading the Bible. But during that time, I noticed that my mood had worsened and I was too caught up with worldly desires that I fixated on unnecessary things and ended up putting unnecessary burden on myself and ended up with constant negative thoughts and feelings, and as time went by, it only got worse. I did pray to God about my problems, but thinking about it now, they were rather superficial and not even worth mentioning. Then one day at church, house church, Sari mentioned about the 3-core 10-day prayer service. I remember at the time I thought it sounded interesting, but I had work, so I would only attend Tuesdays, which was my day off, so out of the 10 days, I would have only attended one day. God heard my prayers and guided me to a path that would aid me in solving my issues in a way that I needed most, which was the service. It was obvious that my faith was dropping and I was becoming a lazy Christian and needed helping bring my spirits back up. The Friday before the 10-day prayer service started, Sari created a group chat for the members to upload their prayer points. To be honest, I kind of forgot about it, and this happened while I was at work, so I went to Hannah, who works at the same place as me and was in the same prayer group about the date of the service. It was then that she told me that she had asked to finish early so that she could make it to the prayer service, something that had never crossed my mind, but when she mentioned it, my only thought was, I should probably do it too since we work together. It would be weird if she could make it, but I couldn't. But it was thanks to Hannah that being there and setting an example for me that I was able to attend the full 10 days, which I am grateful for. In the days leading up to the prayer service, I thought about other things and noticed I hadn't been doing my QT and thankful points. In the past, I always used excuses I didn't understand how to do QT because it wasn't something I had come across before. But during ANW camp, passed a song and everyone did it together, so that was no longer a valid excuse, and it only came down to the fact that I was lazy. When I thought of this, I checked my QT book only to realize that I didn't even have the copy of the month we were in, so I bought the book. And I must say, having attended the prayer service, doing my QT points and my prayer points really helped me in many ways. I was able to shift my mindset and pray more seriously and earnestly about things that bothered me and troubled me and seek God more earnestly. I was able to reflect on myself through reading about how God had worked in other people's lives and think about my relationship with God through daily QT and reflecting on His grace and blessings throughout doing my thankful points and seeking Him earnestly through prayer. And although my situation didn't change at all, during those 10 days, as I got into the habit of QT, thankful points, and prayer, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders and had some answers to my questions or problems that I've been having. So I highly recommend doing our QT points, our QT prayers, and thankful points. Thank you for listening, and God bless you all.